Let's take a look at making an accessory for Roblox. So before we open Roblox Studio, a few quick notes about the setup of the item in Blender. So we've got our avatar, Blocky, and also our custom avatar, our in-game avatar. Now these, generally speaking, are only going to be used for scale, position, look, what the object looks like, references, because Roblox generally ignores where the object is positioned in Blender relative to the avatar. So what it'll do is it'll reset it essentially to grid center in Roblox Studio in similar fashion to what we've got in Blender with this object. So keep that in mind when you are working with your objects. So the avatar just acts as a reference. Doesn't mean that if you position the object where it is, for example here in Blender, it won't export or import into Roblox Studio in this position. It'll be reset something similar to this. So once we've got our object sorted out in terms of what it is that we want, we've got our textures and our material set up. So there is our object and there is our basic material. So in this case, we've got a roughness map, which is shining as specular, our diffuse, which is a dirt brick, and then we've got our normal map. And that's all we need. Don't even need that. We could just use a diffuse or what the object looks like. So once we've got all that set up, all we need to do is export to an appropriate format. Now for that, you generally want to be sticking to either object or GLTF. FBX can be used, but we have to go through an additional step of rescaling the object to size. So to avoid all of that, just use GLTF or object. So we'll export to GLTF, change the file name. Dirt brick. Check our settings. The defaults are generally okay. Selected objects only because we only want to include the dirt brick or the mesh. Visible objects, everything else is okay. Transform, that's fine. Data, that's fine. There's a lot of information that can be exported to GLDF. Don't need animation, and then just export. So that'll export the mesh. Now we switch to Roblox Studio. So in Roblox Studio, we want to load in the corresponding avatar. So character, so we can do that in the Home tab or the Avatar tab. Character, and in this instance, we want the R15 block avatar. That's what we used. Drop that into place. There is our avatar. Next, we want to import our mesh. So import, browse to the location of our file, dirt brick, there it is, GLB, open. We'll get our preview, so there is our brick. That looks fine. We can rename this for convenience so we don't have to do it later. So let's call this dirt brick. Import model, upload to Roblox. This is optional. And import. That'll drop our object into place, into the scene. So there is our mesh. So it creates, when it does this, it creates a game object in the Explorer. So we're going to use the Explorer to set up our accessory. We're not going to use the asset creation tool or the accessory creation tool. We're going to do this manually in the Explorer. It's relatively straightforward. So there is our mesh. That's going to be our accessory. So mouse over workspace and click on the little plus. Search for accessory. There it is, accessory. Click, add. There is our accessory. With that in place, expand our dirt brick. So this is our game object associated with the mesh. And there is our mesh. So that is a mesh part. Let's just rename this dirt brick. What we can do here is just simply drag and drop dirt brick into our accessory. So click, drag, drop that into accessory, and that becomes our accessory mesh. Next, mouse over dirt brick, which is now our accessory. Click on the plus. We want attachment. There it is, attachment. Add that. And that is our attachment. So right now the accessory contains just the core components. What we need to do is set this up so that it works with the rig that we've got. And for that, we need to do two things. Rename our mesh to handle, uppercase H, handle, step 1, and rename attachment. Now this needs to be named after an attachment point on the avatar. In this case, we're going to use, click on that, we're going to use right grip, uppercase R, I-G-H-T, uppercase G, R-I-P, and then we leave the attachment with uppercase A as is, right grip attachment. And what that's done is it's created an attachment or a target on our accessory item that the avatar will lock onto when it's actually dropped into the avatar, well, the rig in this case. There's the rig, that's our avatar. It's going to lock onto that point as a connection between the avatar and our object. And we can test this by just dropping our game object, which is the entirety of this accessory item. We just drop that, drag and drop, into our rig, and our object appears where it should be, in the avatar's hand. So the connection point is in the middle of the hand for the avatar, and in the middle of the object for our accessory. And the two is a target or parent and child relationship, and that's what locks onto, or that's what the avatar is locking onto. And that is a functional accessory. So all we need to do now is change the position of our mesh relative to the avatar and how it's holding it, but we don't change the mesh, we change the grip. We modify the grip. So in the accessory game object, we select right grip attachment in this case, and the widget appears. So what we then do, move a bit closer to this, what we can then do is use the standard transform widgets and manipulate our object, get it into position. And this can be a bit tricky because of the way that Roblox uses Euler math for rotation and location coordinates that can make manipulating objects very tricky. Grab that. And there is the brick in our character's hand. So all we'd need to do now is save this, save as file, dirt brick, and upload it as a product. But that's the basic setup, the manual setup for an accessory. So we drop in an accessory game object, we copy or move our mesh into position within the accessory game object, and then we add to that an attachment object. What we then do is rename the mesh to handle, and then the attachment object to correspond to the grip point or the attachment point that we want to use. But in this case, we've just used right grip attachment, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Drop that back into the workspace so we can take a look at it. And that's where it appears. And that's all we need to do to test. Just drop that into rig, and it'll automatically appear in the avatar's hand, correctly positioned now. So that's a quick look at manually setting up an accessory for Roblox in Roblox Studio.